Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome to another video. This is part 2 of my adventure with Shaq. Here's a link to part 1. Be sure not to miss that because we had a lot of fun this trip. So in the previous video, I take my homie Shaq all the way to Tachikawa where we go to the Surugaya next to the train station, and that's where we have a blast game hunting. He finds a Super Nintendo. Not sure if he's gonna pick it up. Be sure to watch until the end of the video. And now let's go over to Tachikawa's HardOff, which is like a 20-minute walk away from where we first were. And without further ado, let's get on to the video. All right, we've been talking about wrestling the whole walk over here. It's time to go look for video games again. Unfortunately, we found this HardOff. I love this HardOff. I've been here before, and then my mic was broken, and then the whole footage is just broken, and I never released it. I might still have it. The whole upper floor is a HardOff. It's really good. I love these HardOff off-house ones.
Are there 2 floors?
Yeah. The off-house is usually, you can find a lot of funny stuff, but it's never video games. So. Yeah, so this is the off-house, and then the HardOff is up here. And it's this whole thing. I bought some stuff here. They have a famous Sega radio that has been here since the beginning of time that no one ever bought. And no one ever will.
How much is it?
330,000. Yeah, it's the Aiwa CSD GM1. This is a Megadrive inside of a BoomBox. Yeah, this is kind of like every time you come here, you gotta pay homage to it. I bet you could just find them on eBay for cheaper. Whoa, this is a full clear GameCube controller. I just made this. Like I bought like a clear shell, and on my GameCube video, I didn't know they had this. This is an official one. I literally didn't know it existed.
But look, this price for Game Boy Advance. There you go. That's a decent price.
7,000 is okay. 12,000 for the SP. I think that's a special one. Got the Famicom Mini here. These are fun because you could just hook them up to a TV and play, right? Yeah, I just bought this one for 7K, but it was the clear one. Whoa, they've got a Super Famicom Mini. This one has a better chip in it, but you have to mod it to get RGB out. See here's it for 5,000.
Wait, you know how to mod a PS2?
Yeah, you don't even have to mod it. You just buy a memory card, and it'll be modded. Like you just put a special memory card in it. I think I had like one of these, like the different one, the Street Fighter V one. I rocked it for years.
I wonder if this would work on PC though.
It probably would. Yeah, it works. It works like an Xbox controller.
Right.
What is this? PS4 Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness. Or a box Dreamcast for 5,000. Hello. Oh, this isn't a Dreamcast. This is the Twin Stick. I almost bought this thinking it was a whole Dreamcast. This is a bad sign when they've got all the games in a little case for a lot of money. Actually, 5,000 is okay for Donkey Kong. That same Star Fox over here for 4,000 yen. Yeah, actually the prices aren't that bad. They're just in a case. I just don't like glass cases. Here's another one of those memory things. 12,000 for that one. Yeah, because depending on like what people have downloaded on them.
Oh, I see.
I wonder if you can write them using modern things. All right, straight to the N64. What do we have for us today? We found another Turok. 1980. Good thing I bought that the other day. Whoa, 800 yen for a Donkey Kong 64 without the memory pack. I'm gonna buy this, and then I'm just gonna put a memory pack in it. This is really cool. I can't believe I found this big version. I'm gonna need to find the memory pack for it, but yeah, this is a really good find. This is really good. Then should it go 64 for 1320? Yeah, that's probably the cheapest I've seen it so far. I'm gonna buy this as well. Not a terrible price. We're making out today. Let's Alright, which is Aiwa Pachisrot for 1320. First of all, I didn't know they made this for the N64, but what is Zelda going for? 1320 for this beat-up box. But that is the cheapest I've ever seen Zelda, and I think with a box protector, this will come right out. Yeah, I'm putting this in the maybe pile as well. I don't think that's a terrible price. Not a bad haul, if I do say so myself.
Is this a Pride game? K1 Dynamite.
That's K1, yeah. That is an MMA game for sure. They have a PC game section over here as well. The best of Star Wars. It's 3,300. This has Jedi Knight.
Oh wow.
Old Knights of the Old Republic, Empire at War, Battlefront. This is a crazy good bundle. But for 3,000, that's for PC games. Lego Star Wars. That's a later version. Yeah, 1650. I don't think I've ever seen this.
Neither have I.
On PC ever. Yeah, they've got a lot of new stuff in
I
here.
haven't seen like a PC. I didn't know there's like a F1.
Ooh,
PC.
X-Wing Alliance, another classic. But see how like this plastic, it is kind of crushing it. Flight Simulator 2000 for 2,000 yen. I buy these ones for like 500 yen. Bad Mojo, the Roach game. What in the world? That looks absolutely terrible.
I'm not manifesting no cockroaches into my household with this game.
I don't even want the cockroach video game.
You're right.
Oh, here's a game I don't see too often. Super Bombless. I know Tetris and Bombless, but 1100. This is a very, very unique looking Super Famicom game. 770 for Super Fire Pro Wrestling X. I don't know if I have this.
Is that the one I was about to say? Is that what you just bought?
That's probably the one I just got. I'm gonna leave it because I've got like a 100 yen box and I'll find it loose. I keep finding new stuff every time I come here. Look at Ogre Battle. 2,200. That's actually a good price for Ogre Battle. What is this? Family Computer Business Economics Software. Let's go! Spreadsheets. 550 for Secret of Mana 2. If you were ever gonna buy Secret of Mana. Seiken Densetsu 2, it's Secret of Mana 1. 550 is a great price. It has a manual and everything, bro. I have one without the manual. That is crazy. I'm gonna leave this so some other lucky guy can find this. 880 for Dragon Ball Z 2. That's not a terrible one. It's a fighting game, I think?
Yeah, but I don't trust Dragon Ball games, especially on Famicom. These were released when Dragon Ball was in its prime. So this is probably like, Cell is probably the furthest they got at this time.
Hey, here is a 650 Final Fantasy VII.
Here's one.
Yeah. 550 actually. I recently bought 9 and I want to check if it has the Obi in it. Can't open this. I think it does if they like seal it like this.
ゲーム買うならセブンイレブン。ゲーム
話題騒然あのファイナルファンタジー7を今セブンイレブンで予約すれば1月31日間違いなく
手に入る。セブンイレブン。いい気分。
ゲーム買うならセブンイレブン
This is Link's crossbow training. I need that one with the gun. Sometimes I was like, why don't I make my life easier and just collect card only?
They look so just basic.
That's what I mean. I really just want the boxes. It's like my favorite part. That said, I gotta look for these wrestling games in Final Fantasy IV that I now just have the boxes for. Here's Final Fantasy VI for 550. Here, Super Fire Pro Wrestling. Ooh, the cart only is also just 1320. Might have to go look for the junk section for that one. That's the original one. That's definitely a fighting game.
It's only 300 yen. The SNES that I'm about
This
to pick
is
up today.
Dragon Ball Z. It's not Hyper Dimension. It's a different one. It might be a better one though.
Super Fire Pro Wrestling 2. No, I'll pick this up here.
Super Fire Pro Wrestling 2. That's a great Super Fire Pro Wrestling. I have it as well. I've played that one a lot. X is the one with the crazy storyline. Like Ric Flair comes and he like your brother.
What?
Yeah, it's like the craziest storyline ever. I've talked about it before. Like Ric Flair and he betrays your brother, and then there's like a whole thing, and you have to revenge like during the match, and you have to like revenge him. And let's go to the junk section because they have a lot of cart only stuff that are like very discounted. Ooh, skipped over Game Boy. Almost skipped over Game Boy. But there doesn't seem to be anything super interesting. They moved some of their PC games over here. I think it's the SimCity 4.
Sims
Greatest
2?
hits, 330.
Best Sims game. Sims 2.
I've never played Sims 2. I like the original one. I mean,
anymore?
PC games, I usually just download them. Especially old ones.
That's very
Like Good Old Game is really good for that. Alright, here's the best part. Let's see if we can find some good stuff over here. I'll park my stuff over here for now. Yeah, so here's like a whole box of hyper discounted Super Nintendo games. It's in the junk section, so those are definitely not gonna reach. I don't know if you can mod PS1s easily like that. That might be okay. That's one. I think that might be the exact one that I rocked on PC all those years ago. They've got the Scorpion 2, which is just a Scorpion for 1,000 yen. This is a GonCon for PlayStation 2. Ooh, with the manual. That is a lot for a yellow Famicom, but it comes with paperwork, that does add to it.
I mean, the other one was cheaper, dude.
But you can't play these on anything. They don't have AV port.
Oh.
They have like the channel switch from like back in the day. You got to put it on channel 3. Junk Super Nintendo games. A lot of them are just crappy soccer games, but you do find the occasional. Look, here's Dragon Ball Z 330.
Oh yeah, how much is this one?
Is that the one you have? Let's see if there's any stuff. This is usually where you find all the wrestling games. In boxes like this. You get some exciting pro wrestling. This is where I found all my ones at least. What is it? One Piece Rush. One Piece Grand Battle. Okay, this is like a One Piece Smash type game. Are you into One Piece?
No.
Too many episodes?
Yeah, way too many episodes.
Ooh, San Andreas. Oh, it's missing the manual. But for 100 yen. Oof.
Scratch this.
Yeah. I'm out. GTA 3, next to it, it's the greatest hits one. It does come with the poster, like 300 yen. This might be worth it
that's cool.
just for the poster. Yeah, that's...
Lovely poster.
Well, look at the back of it too.
I thought,
Welcome to Liberty City. That's a great poster to have. And then all the radio station.
that's crazy. How big are these maps in the new?
This is 3.
now?
It's like 20 times as big now.
Right.
So yeah, if you look at this PlayStation, it doesn't have the expansion port. It has this weird PC card thing, and I made the mistake of buying this one before. It's a Japan-only problem. Western PS2s don't have that issue. They all have the expansion port.
Really?
So I bought a PS2 junk, and it works perfectly. It even reads discs, but I can't put a hard drive with free McBoot. So how you mod it is you just put a memory card in there, and it loads a special operating system, and that's it. You can get like ROMs on it, but you need to have a hard drive because there's a way to do it through the memory card. But that's just, it doesn't work. Like, it's very glitchy and it's not all the way there yet.
It's not a hard job, but they don't give you like just
So
the PlayStation.
you would have to buy controllers,
Right.
charger. That's why I bought like a 7001 last episode, and it came with a controller, charger, and cables. Oh, look, they got a junk Digimon over here. 2750 and 2420. These are pretty cool because you can fight them. A Wonderswan over here for 1650. I actually might get that because I've been meaning to get a Wonderswan and mod it so I can play Wonderswan games. Yeah, I'm gonna get this Wonderswan. That's the cheapest I found it, and it's not the color one, but I've seen a mod on Scruffy RGB's channel where you can just fix that.
Yeah.
みんな本気になってくる新世代携帯ゲームワンダースワンデビューワンダースワン
This is pretty dope.
How much is that?
I don't know, but it's clear blue. I'm sure it works. Yeah, these usually just work. They just don't sell these as regular items. That's why they're at the junk section. But a clear blue, this is 100 yen. Burn your house down with the bootleg.
I'm not buying that.
I don't know.
No. For me, you said that I'm not buying.
After I said that,
I'm not
I don't know. It's still in the junk bin, so there might be a lot of things. Yeah, I'm always wondering if I'm just shooting myself in the foot collecting all these box games. But it's also a lot more fun than all of these cards because you can just have a stack of cards. And I always thought it just looked better to have a stack of boxes like that. It takes up more space, but it's also a lot more colorful. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys collect card-only games? Because except for the N64 challenge that we're on right now, I'm never really gonna have every game, right? Hey, here is a Yoshi Story. I just bought that box for 100 yen. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Collecting the box and the physical stuff around the game for me is just as important as just getting the games, right? Because I'll play the games on a flash card if it's like something that's way too expensive that I'll never be able to afford anyway. And then collecting becomes a hobby in and of its own. I don't know, what do you guys think? Be sure to leave a comment. Same with PSP games. One day I'm gonna start looking at all of these, and I have no idea what these games are about, especially these ones. But the big boxes, there's so many of them in Japan, and they're all interesting to me. Like this is some RPG, Ragnarok. I might have heard of this one before, but yeah, these are definitely stuff that I really want to get into, but I don't have a working PSP, and that's another rabbit hole, right? Once you start with one of those systems, it never ends. Did you have a PSP growing up?
Yes. Yes, I love my PSP. I finished Prince of Persia on it like five
I had it modded. Did you have it modded?
No, I never had a modded console. I never knew.
No, I modded PSP when I was a kid, and it was very scary because you could break it. But I definitely did it, and
That's
it
why I
was
never
worth
did
it. I played so much good stuff because we were on an island. I didn't have retail stores like that.
Listen, I didn't mod it because I said, if this thing breaks, I'm not getting another one.
Yeah, I was
I
sweating.
couldn't avoid
It was very nerve-wracking. They always have like a really good PS1 section here. Like here's Tetris Plus. That's I don't know. I'm trying to get every version of Tetris for $330. Maybe I should, but it doesn't have the thing in the front, just a manual. Then they have Tomb Raider 2. Didn't know that was
about to go up soon.
500 yen. Is there a new Tomb Raider coming out?
Remaking the original games.
Ah, that's why they're up front here probably, and then Tomb Raider 3. These are cool, but I like PS1 games with the extra stuff. Like here, if you can see Deep Freeze, they have like the little strip at the side, and there's a label in the back. I have no idea what this is. I don't care. Yeah, the Tomb Raider games are hard to get used to for sure. They're not easy games back in the day because they weren't made with analog sticks.
Yeah.
IQ Intelligent Cube. This is the most complete IQ that I've seen in a while too. Also a classic. This is Samurai Shodown Special. It's kind of crazy. That's a 300 yen game considering it's one of my favorite games ever. Yeah, here's Final Fantasy IV card only. It's still 1,000 yen. This game,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Man,
Fantasy games are
400 yen for the box was not bad, but like definitely would need to find a better version of that. So I've never seen this before. This is UMD Video.
Oh, the DVDs.
My PSP came with the movie Lords of Dogtown. It was a very depressing skateboard movie, and it was, you know. But these are all like The Corpse Bride for $330, $550 for Jumper. This is kind of fun. Sweeney Todd, Starry Sky. I'm sure there was a lot of anime released on this. Yeah, I've never seen UMD videos in Japan. That's kind of a thing that I forgot existed. They really tried to push that format for a bit. All right, let's go back to the main store.
Okay.
And hopefully it's still there.
Dude, you keep saying hopefully it's not going anywhere.
You don't know. 60. It's 1,800 box Super Famicom. That's a good deal, regardless if it works. Yo, look at this big old Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it comes with a hat.
That's not a bad price.
This is a Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I didn't know they made this edition.
7K?
What is in it? That is
Dude,
huge.
This is really good price.
Do you have a
for
Switch?
7K. Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
I never-
7K is like what new Switch games
Yeah,
go
that's
for,
nothing.
right? So it comes with all of this stuff. This is the collector's edition.
Yeah, look, Tears of the Kingdom is 5K.
5K. So if you want to pay 2K for a hat and a big box, it's probably got some other stuff in there. This is a classic as well. Korg DS10 synthesizer. So a lot of people really like this, like music producers. It's a Korg synthesizer in a game. And apparently, like, people really produce like music on that. It's pretty popular, and I think 1320 is not a bad price. Whoa, there's a Jungle Strike for 3,300. Haven't seen that one in a while. The Mario Kart with controller, 4,000. Yeah, these are some minty games though. This is the Rumble edition of Mario 64 for 2,750. That's also a good price. I'll pick that up at some point, but I think I've made my selection for today. All right, let's pay for our stuff.
Yes, sir.
And then we gotta go get that Super Nintendo.
That Super Nintendo.
Now we gotta say goodbye to the Aiwa Sega Megadrive BoomBox. It's still gonna be here in 7 years.
If somebody buys that.
If someone ever buys it and you guys see it in the comments, please put it on my Discord because you would literally be changing history. This thing has been there for at least 5 years.
The only way I'd buy that is if I done like a job or something and they pay me like 600K in cash.
Even then,
Just
I would
to say
just
it.
buy it online in the box for the same price probably. It's a part of the furniture at this point. Oh, you think it's gonna be there?
Of course it's gonna be there.
It was on your right now. 1,800 for a junk in-box Super Famicom. That's 2 controllers and the power adapter and everything.
Yep.
I think you're good, man. Worst case scenario, I can swap out the Super Nintendo with a working one, and I'll repair the broken one. 9 times out of 10, they just couldn't get it working. And you could just like, if you clean the contacts, it'll be fine. All right, before we wrap this video up, let's check out how many N64 games we got today. Last time we checked, we had 31 N64 games collected so far, and we found 3 games specifically on this trip. We got Ocarina of Time, of course. It's missing the tray, but everything else is in there. Then Shadego 64, it's not the train controller version, if there is such a thing. I think there's a mic version of this as well. I'll have to check, but I definitely will be looking out for that train controller. I have it on the PlayStation, but yeah, I want to be playing this on the N64, of course. Then, of course, we found Donkey Kong 64 in its nice big old box. 800 yen, that is absolutely a steal. If you look over here, it even has the sticker for the memory pack. I guess the previous owner put it on there. I'm going to leave it on there. And do you guys know if there's box protectors for these big oversized ones? There's a couple of this. There's Hey You Pikachu, this one off the top of my head. But yeah, we'll love some box protectors for this because I put all the other games I have in them and it feels naked without it. Now, it's a good thing I didn't buy that Virtua Pro Wrestling N64 game because I found it online. If you guys have been looking at the Patreon, I found this Virtua Pro Wrestling N64 on Mercari and it was so much cheaper. I think it was 2,000 yen with some other random game that we'll get back to in a different video. But yeah, happy to have a complete version of this in my collection as well. Good game. Let's look out for part 2, which is AJ Styles' favorite wrestling game. So that is 4 N64 games to our library with the 31 that we got last video. That gives us 35 total N64 games, leaving us 171 games to go. How long do you guys think it'll take? Be sure to check out the next couple videos and live streams because I have a feeling it's about to get a lot more interesting. Then, of course, we can't forget the empty boxes that we found. Yoshi's Island, Super Fire Pro Wrestling X, and Final Fantasy IV. Let's hope we find the cards for these. Now, of course, we can't forget the GBA version of Virtua Pro Wrestling. This game was 900 yen, and that is a great deal. And last but not least, the Wonderswan. Super cool to find this. It's super scuffed, but it was cheap enough to where I think it's good. This is a rainy day project in the making. We'll see where we go with this. I've never owned a Wonderswan before. Now, of course, we wouldn't be here without the Patreon. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literally keeping this channel alive. There are YouTube members now as well if you want to use those emojis while chatting live. Also available on Twitch and Kick, of course. But yeah, thank you to all the Patreons that have helped me with this video. All right, there you have it. What a great day. Like, we definitely found some bangers today.
Yes, I found my Super Nintendo. You can see the bag. First Super Nintendo I've ever bought.
This man has never played a Super Nintendo.
I've never played a Super Nintendo
in his life, which is
today.
We're gonna change that for sure. And yeah, I banged up my N64 collection. You guys have seen everything we found so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put Shaq stuff in the description.
Thank you.
He does a lot of vlogging, reaction, and other stuff. A lot of it's in Japanese. There's also English.
Hey, I'll give you the English one as well.
So there's both. I'll put both in the description. And thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah, appreciate you for having me on the channel.
Thank you for being here. And I'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.